Hello, I'll be walking everyone through my final portfolio project for Flatiron School. Um, we had to build a React application from scratch and using Rails as our API backend server. So let's get started. So right now I'm jump into the server, Rails server on the backend, as well as um, start the front end from my React application. So we have to pretty much utilize both um, the client side as well as the API side. So both have to be on its separate server to execute on this application. So I'm gonna refresh my browser. So on the API side, this is my JSON I'm using. This is what I created so far, as you can see. And this is the start of my application. So my application I'm built is a high school alumni platform that allows current users to go into this platform to search past alumni to make connections, um, as well to see what they worked on, what they majored on, what they currently live, and how these alumni can eventually mentor and help grow these students once they graduate from high school. I see I have a typo here on alumni, which I have to change. So let's go ahead and do that right now, actually. So I created my components and categorized them as well, so we all know where they belong. Let's refresh this. And voila. Oops, wrong size. Cool. So, I'm gonna walk you through application. So, my home, which I've created here, um, um, allows me to. This is pretty much a very presentational component. Not a lot of functionality going through here. So now I'm home, and I want to create an alumni. This would take me to my alumni forms. As you can see, I imported the requirements that I'll need from Connect, React Redux, from Create Alumni, from Link, and from Style Components. So to walk you through this, um, the initial state, it will be an empty string, as you can see here. Then we have the handle change that will initiate the user input, and we have the submit button form. As you can see, this will render our form, as you can see on the bottom here. And from there, we export the default connect, the connect, which allow us to utilize map state to props or map dispatch to props as well. So let's go ahead and create a form, a user, alumni, as you can say. Today is, well, I don't know what today, so let's say the 1st, 2019. College, I went to King University. Sports, I played football. No profession. Software engineer. Football. Currently live in Los Angeles. I like to cooking. And what this allowed me when I create alumni. So create alumni, as you can see here, create alumni is pushing the action from my Redux. So create alumni equals object, alumni object. So constant alumni to create alumni is the alumni object. Then we return the action. So we're fetching from this URL post. So we're creating the headers. Then with that information, we'll create a JSON string alumni to create. So it kicks back up into here. Then we'll respond our information to a JSON format. Then that alumni that we just inputted will dispatch, which will alumni create success, and that will push back to our reducer. Reducer here, and that's the action, which fetch alumni, create alumni success, return state, action preload. And that's the layout of that. So we can see here, we create a new alumni. If I want to edit this alumni, as you can see here, I can do that, hit the edit button. With the edit button here, so we're already, with the initial state, we're populating the current values for the alumni that we want to edit, and which allows us to component update this. So if previous props that alumni name is not this props that alumni name, then we set the current value for these for this alumni. So we have the handle change, and we have the update, and we render the new form. So with map state to props is pretty much we are mapping the current state to the props of the other components, from the other components. As you can see, so if I want to edit this, say I want to reverse my name, say Joseph Johnson. I put in date, so 2019, and let's update alumni. So as you can see here in my backend API, this alumni has been updated to Joseph Johnson and committed transaction. So if I go back to my alumni, I don't see Joseph Johnson. Interesting. Let's refresh this. Yep, Joseph Johnson right here. So if I want to go back here to actually delete this, delete, all gone. Create back alumni, and as you can see, voila, completed. Thank you for watching.